goes aside from my soul. There goes aside, there goes aside. Now there goes aside from my soul. There goes aside from my soul. There goes aside, there goes aside. There goes aside from my soul. I think it's all angels just walk by. 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 There goes aside from my soul. There goes aside, there goes aside. Now there goes aside from my there goes aside. There goes aside, there goes aside. Now there goes aside from my soul.
Hello everybody, and good morning from Dali. Dali is a popular tourist destination in Yunnan province. I've been staying here for 3 days. I'm just leaving my hostel right now, the Lily Pad, which is one of the popular hostels for foreigners here. Here, I was distracted for a second. It cost me about $14 US for 3 nights, so pretty cheap. I'm actually heading down to the Dali Old Town at the moment, one of the main sites here in town. Here we are at the Westgate of Dali Ancient Town. It's a pretty cool little area. Actually, it's not little, but it's one of the main tourist sites in Dali. It's got this ancient wall that goes all the way around the entire city, with 4 gates on each side, east, west, north, and south. And it kind of reminds me of the area that I live in. It's kind of a ancient village. I live in Guangdu Ancient Town in Kunming, the capital of Yunnan. But this is pretty similar, but it's really commercialized. I mean, it's an old area. It's got a lot of cool old architecture, a lot of history, but definitely really commercialized, like most places in China that I've been so far. Nearly got taken out there. Yeah, a lot of the Chinese restaurants are pretty cheap around here, but the Western restaurants, on the other hand, are pretty expensive, relatively expensive, and they're actually even more expensive than downtown Kunming, some of them. I was at a bar last night, and I think I paid the cheapest beer they had there, which was their own beer that they brewed. An IPA was 50 kwai, which is, I don't know, like $8 US or something, $7 US for beer, which is expensive for the US, but definitely expensive for China. It was good beer, but I was paying for the experience. It was a cool bar. They had a live band, and they were playing Western songs. A lot of cool 90s songs, but they were butchering the lyrics because the singer didn't actually know English. So he was just kind of mimicking the sounds of the words, which was kind of hilarious, but it was a lot of fun. Alright, here we go. We've got pu'er tea, P-U-E-R. It's a kind of famous kind of tea here in Yunnan. Pu'er milk tea. Got the rice with pickles and potato. Looks pretty good. Smells pretty good. And then this is the fried Yunnan cheese, or Dali cheese. It's kind of like a goat cheese, which is pretty good. Looks almost like pork rinds. I've never had it exactly like this before. So that was a pretty good lunch. It was about 55 kwai, I think, which is about, I don't know, $7 US or something like that, 7 or 8, which is pretty good compared to, like I said, that bar last night. I paid 50 kwai just for a beer, so definitely a lot cheaper than the Western restaurants around here. But there are cheaper options too. You can find a nice little local spot and eat for, I don't know, 8 kwai, 10 kwai, $1 US, $1.50, something like that. But the cheese was really good, the Dali cheese, goat cheese. It was, like I said, it was kind of like pork rinds in a way, but it had that goat cheese flavor, like a halloumi flavor. Although they did put sugar on it, which was kind of odd. Could have done without that, didn't really need it. But it was good. And the pu'er tea, or the milk tea, was really nice. Had kind of an odd flavor, not a bad flavor, just an odd flavor. And so I asked him about it, and it actually had yak milk in the tea, which was good. I'll probably order it again. And the best dish was the rice with potato and pickled veg. I really enjoyed that. I might actually go back later, or maybe tomorrow morning before I leave or something, because it was only 15 kwai, which is like $2 US, so it was really cheap and really delicious as well. This area is appropriately called Foreigner Street. We have McDonald's. Down the road there's also a KFC and a Pizza Hut, I believe. And this is where a lot of the Western restaurants are. I'll head to a couple of places I've been and show you some of the prices real quick. Savory Cafe. Let's see what they got. Alright, so their sandwiches are starting off 40 kwai. I think I had the breakfast here. It was pretty cheap. Let's see, teas are starting out at 30 kwai, pretty expensive. I'm not even going to look at alcohol, that's crazy expensive. Yeah, I think I had the veggie breakfast. Veg salad, hash brown potatoes, toast, and a choice of coffee, tea, or juice. That's pretty good, but 45 kwai though. Kind of expensive. Let's see, pastas. Pretty expensive, nearly 50 kwai. Pizza's crazy expensive, like $10 US, and they're not huge pizzas. They're just kind of a large personal style pizza, or personal size pizza. But once you get back into the specialties, once you get back into the regular Chinese food, it's a little cheaper. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, I think I had, what did I have? I think I just had egg and tomato. But it was pretty cheap. 20 kwai or something. Yeah, here's a little street food place that's pretty good. Fried tofu for 10 kwai. And then they had kind of like an egg sandwich thing for 10 kwai. I had the fried tofu, it was pretty good for a little over US $1. Jack Nicholson, The Shining, Club Viva is back here apparently. That's pretty cool. I tried filming in McDonald's. I was trying to show you guys the prices for McDonald's, but they didn't like that. Most places in China they don't really care. But some major chains like Walmart and McDonald's, things like that, they don't really like you to film, which makes sense. But prices in there were about 40 kwai for a meal, for like a Big Mac meal or something like that. It's been forever since I've been to McDonald's. I think I came once in China and then once in Hong Kong. It's definitely a lot more expensive than your normal, typical Chinese food.
你要不要去这里站的？我帮你拍一个。
什么？
去的。
谁呀？我要来这边坐的。
哎呀，
下家家里。
Looks like these must be the 12 zodiacs. Horse, monkey, chicken, goat, snake, tiger, rabbit. One of those must be the dragon. Looks like they're destroyed. Oh well. This is one of the spots that I hang out though. At night. And of course, in a touristy area like this, you have Starbucks. I've been to Starbucks several times in China with friends, but I've never bought anything. I'm just not a fan of Starbucks. And besides, I don't want to pay 50 kwai for a cup of coffee. But it's about the same price as it would be back in the US. Expensive. Mama. Mama. Hello everyone, and good evening from Dali, ancient town. I had my dinner earlier, the grilled cheese. It was a little disappointing. One thing that I found in China, when ordering Western food, you don't always get what you expect or get what you're used to. But you just try not to get your hopes up too much. But I have had some lovely Western food in China, so there are exceptions. But anyway, I went back to my hostel. It was getting a little cold, so I changed into some warmer clothing, and oh, I bought a shirt from a tailor, like a traditional Chinese shirt for, I don't know, $7, $8 or something. And then the jacket that I'm wearing is a traditional jacket too. I've had that for a while though. But anyway, I figured I'd go walk around and show you Dali at night. It's kind of a cool scene. Some of it, like this area right here, is really really nice and peaceful. And this area, actually I can hear the bass in the background that I'm going to right now, is a little hectic. Like I said earlier, it's not really my scene, but I'll show it to you anyway. So here's Dali at night.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul.
I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by.
See how my balance is. These guys over here are a crack up. I'm not gonna get too close because they'll ask me to come dance, but pretty funny. Yeah, last time I saw those guys, they asked me to come up and dance, and then the whole crowd of people there, they're like, yeah, go up and dance, and then I just kind of disappeared. So I'm not gonna do that again. But here we are on the Foreigner Street again. Might as well go see what's going on at the Bad Monkey. I'm not gonna get a beer there though, an overpriced 50 kwai beer, but we'll go check it out anyway, see what's going on. It's Bad Monkey bar number 1. cocaine. Eric Clapton. And Bad Monkey number 2. Looks like my kind of alley. For anybody curious, as far as safety in China, China is a relatively safe country, relative compared to the U.S. where I'm from. Traffic safety in China is pretty bad. There's accidents all the time. There's always pedestrian fatalities, things like that, injuries. I've actually been in 2 accidents personally since I've been in China. One time I was in a taxi and a motorcycle hit the door of the taxi and hurt the girl's leg, but the taxi driver just drove off. Another one, I was on the back of a motorcycle taxi and we actually collided with another motorcycle. Fortunately, it was kind of a low speed and I was able to just jump off and nobody was injured, just kind of dinged up the bikes a bit. But traffic safety is bad, food safety is a little iffy. There's not really any regulation. There's not like an FDA or anything like that, so you never know what you're gonna get. And there's a lot of pollution too, so you don't know where the food's coming from exactly. But as far as personal safety, you're pretty safe. There's not a lot of violent crimes. There's a lot of like pickpocketing and things like that. I've had one person try and go for my pocket once, but that was only one incident. And one moment. Kind of loud. So besides that, I haven't had any issues. And if somebody messes around with a foreigner or hurts a foreigner or something, they're going to get in big trouble. So you don't really have to worry about it too much. I haven't really heard of anybody having any real issues. The occasional issue here and there, but overall it's pretty safe. I've walked around some pretty dodgy alleyways, dark alleyways in the middle of the night and haven't had any issues, so it's not a big deal. You just have to use your common sense, use your good judgment, just like any other country. But I've never felt threatened or had any issues so far, so I can safely say that China is pretty safe for the most part. Hey everybody, I decided to turn in early tonight. It's like 9:30. I'm gonna head back to my hostel. I gotta get up early in the morning and get on the train and head back to Kunming. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed Dali at night and Dali in general, and I'll see you guys next time.
There goes a sight from my soul.